at first you don't even realize that there are going to be those small goals. So there's definitely plenty of mistakes to be made when you're doing something new. But I feel like there's an emotional thing about it where it's like, oh man, like maybe this isn't for me.
Right.
You might become successful. You might be in a successful position, but you're not there.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, maybe this isn't for me because I'm honestly not feeling it. I'm not really appreciating it. I'm not really having a good time with it. But like those things, it takes a while for your heart and your mind to catch up with your goal.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Sync.
Yeah, to come in sync. It takes time in order to become in sync. Because for me, I don't believe that it's happened yet.
No.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I could become successful today and I won't believe it happened until the next month or until a year later.
2025 is off to a crazy start, bro. Crazy start, bro. Have you heard about the plane crashes, bro?
Yeah, that's weird.
Bro, those are insane. 87 in 2025, bro, and the year just started.
Really?
Yeah, bro. It's not looking good, bro.
The way that I look at it is like the more technology we involve in our day-to-day life, the more mistakes or like the bigger thing,
for sure.
The bigger things become, the less quality things become, if that makes sense. Yeah. It's like, how are you going to satisfy thousands of planes? How are you going to do those successfully? Yeah. The more you're doing more and more and more planes every single year. It's not like you're staying the same. Yeah. The success rate is going to go down. It's the same thing with UPS, packaging, all that stuff is like,
to be honest,
I feel like bigger.
I feel like the more, less ignorant we are to things, the more problems there's going to be. Because I feel like we were made to be not knowing of, if that makes sense. Like we're created to not know everything. Yeah. And we're trying to figure out everything. So that might just, you know what I'm saying? That might just fuck us for now because, bro, we're not meant to know everything. Yeah. Bro.
Yeah. The more we know, the less we become human.
Yeah, bro. And we start wanting to experience more things, bro. Like, bro, I just saw a video, right, where they said like this doomsday fish came out of ground, bro. Like it's the fish is like silver, it's like a mirror, bro. And they said they only come out of ground when there's doom is near. Like you seen that fish with like the light on his head? It came up, bro. Damn. Yeah, bro. And those things are like deep in the ocean. Yeah. For them to come all the way to the surface and touch sand, bro, that's like a Twitch streamer touching grass, bro.
Yeah, I'd be paying attention to signs.
That's insane.
A Twitch streamer touching grass?
Yeah, bro.
Dang, bro. Yeah, like Twitch streamers, they be putting their setup right in front of windows because they can only look out the window. They
can't even touch.
They can't even go outside. They're just like, man, I just want to go outside. Like midstream,
they don't get 20 bro. They Uber, bro. XQC doesn't even fucking drive, bro. He literally gets Ubered everything.
Bro, I love driving.
I love driving. Yeah. I don't know why. Is it just me or did your parents used to tell you back in the day, oh, you love driving now, but once you learn how to drive when you're older, it's going to get annoying, bro. I love driving.
I love driving, bro.
It's so always relaxing, love driving. Bro.
Yeah, I like being in control. Like I that's just like a personality trait of mine. Yeah. And like you can't control other human beings, but you can control your driving. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I love being able to just get in my car and I feel like I'm just in control of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I get to decide where I want to go, what I want to do. Sometimes I'll be driving home and I'll just drive right past my house.
Done that before. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Sometimes I know y'all have done it too, bro. I've driven. Like I'll be on the way home. I'll be like 2 minutes away from my house. Yeah. But I'll see my and be like, I can go extra like 30 minutes down the road and been listening to my music. But like I want to play music, bro. Like music is like for me, music is like a coping mechanism. Like I love music, bro. I listen to all kinds of music. Yeah. I play music, bro. Like it's just a coping mechanism, man.
I've actually been falling out of music recently.
Why?
Like I've been falling into like different genres. Yeah. But like it's just like because when you listen to music, for me, it brings out what I'm already feeling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm feeling angry, or if I'm feeling frustrated, or I'm feeling sad, the music that I'm listening to is going to constantly bring out that emotion.
And it's going to relate to that emotion, bro. Yeah. Did you know that music has frequencies in it? Mm-hmm. So depending on what you're listening to, like these days, bro, frequency music, like nowadays, a lot of people are always sad and depressed because you got people like Rod Wave playing at a low frequency. Yeah. Bro, I listen to now, like recently, I've been listening to music that's like high upbeat because I know if I listen to music that's like high and upbeat, it's gonna make me high and upbeat because the frequency's higher. Yeah. But if I listen to some like or
Whoa, it's been a long journey.
Literally, bro. It's just gonna depress. It's gonna depress me, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's like a personality trait. I feel like not all of us are like that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like me, I'm very impressionable. And I'll just admit that, you know what I'm saying? When I listen to a song, I become that song. You know what I'm
bro.
saying? Some people, they can separate themselves from what they're like viewing. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have one person, he's like really good at school, but he's sitting there listening to, you know, something else. But like me, if I'm listening to something, I become what I'm listening to.
Yeah, bro.
You know
and I get in that state, like, to be honest, like I listen to rock music when I'm sad because I know that it's gonna make me sad. Rock music makes me sad. Yeah. So why not listen to music that makes you sad while you're sad? Yeah. I mean, bro.
Well, because you're not gonna want to. Like for me, I'm not gonna want to listen to anything that I'm not relating to. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not even. You're trying to listen to happy music, but I'm not even happy right now. So the things that you're saying, I'm not even hearing. Nah. You know what I'm saying? I can only hear something that I'm like connected with. You know what I'm saying? For me. But what I've been doing recently is listening to comedy.
Comedy?
Yeah, but
like podcasts?
It's different. Not even like podcasts, but comedy shows. Like Cat Williams, Theo Von, like all them boys.
Oh, Cat Williams is hilarious, bro. If you listen to how he talks, bro, he's insane, bro.
Yeah, he's crazy, bro.
He's hilarious. Theo Von is funny
too, yeah, all of them. They're super, like, it's one of those things where you have to like intentionally be trying to have a good time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you're listening to it and you're just like trying to fight against it, you're like, but if you're just like, you know what I'm saying? But if you're like, man, I'm trying to have a laugh, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to relax, just have a good time. Then you're going to have a good time with the comedy, you know what I'm saying? But it's not for everybody, but I enjoy it for sure.
Honestly, bro, what I do nowadays, bro, I just do something productive. Like, I'll like, I don't know, bro. Like if I feel like I'm getting down or something, bro, I'll just try to like go outside, do push-ups or like go to the gym, go box, bro. Yeah. Boxing's been taking a toll on me, bro. I couldn't even remember what's after February. I was talking to somebody and I was like January, February, and then I just stopped there.
Bro, what?
I think I'm losing my memory, bro. Yeah. I might be.
That's me too. I feel like I write a lot of things down because I don't be like
anymore.
I just have so much going on.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like I just have so many things to remember that I can't remember it all.
No, I'm dead, bro. I probably can't count to 100 right now if I wanted to.
What?
I probably get stuck at like 65.
Nah, I feel you, bro. I feel the same way. Like my girl, bro, she'd be like, "Oh, I want to buy this. I want to do this. I want to do that," and I'm like, "You gonna have to start writing that down." Yeah. Like I can't remember.
Or just make it wait, bro. You don't have to. I feel like girls are expensive, bro. Like. Especially when you get married, bro, you know, you have all these responsibilities, bro. Once you get a girlfriend, they become your responsibility, bro. They become your responsibility. Yeah. You understand me? They become your responsibility.
Your goals become their goals become your goals. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you love that person, you're going to want to see them succeed. And in order to succeed at something, you got to throw time, you got to throw energy, you got to throw money at it. So absolutely, it makes things harder, but it makes things better.
Yeah, it makes things better, especially because it makes you work for it. You know, like I look at things like that way. Like, bro, I used to stress out a lot, and now I figured out how not to stress. Is it all depends on your perspective on things. So like, what was I just saying? See, I forgot what I was saying, bro.
Wait. You were talking about how it costs money. Like
so it makes you work harder. So you know that your girl wants this, so that's gonna make you grind harder. You know what I'm saying? So say I know I want to go buy a couch that I want really bad, bro. I could probably make more than I need for the couch because of how hard I'm grinding for it. Yeah, that makes sense. Like you got to look at things that their perspective. Like I can choose to stress over my bills. I can choose to stress over like how life is going, but really, life isn't that hard when you just do things, bro.
Yeah, I feel like my favorite quote, I don't know if it's just me because I grew up on superheroes and stuff, and you can call me nerdy, bro, but Spider-Man, bro, when he says, like, with great power comes great responsibility, it's just like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? If you want to do these great things, you got to be willing to handle great stress, great responsibility. It doesn't come easy, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing is greener on the other side. It's like you might be jealous of the dude driving the Bentley, but you don't know how hard he had to work to get into that Bentley. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you're thinking, oh man, like I want a Bentley so bad, but you might not want to put in that much work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
It takes a toll.
Yeah, bro. It definitely takes a toll on your body, bro. Especially when you're trying to get to where you want to be, bro. And it's a mental game too, bro.
Yeah.
Like your mental, really, what takes the most toll is your mental, bro. Bro, your head, bro. It's all a head game. Because one, you have to fight that battle, bro, to get to where you want to be in the first place. You have to have the confidence. You have to want to build that confidence. It all starts in your mind.
Yeah.
It's like it all starts as small as a mustard seed, bro. It says in the Bible, bro. Like your faith starts at a mustard seed, bro. You can have the faith of a mustard seed. You know what I'm saying? To start even.
Yeah.
So like you have to battle that. You have to fight for it. Like if you want to be rich, bro, you want to make money, you want to have these type of cars, you have to build that mindset. You can't just one day just want to go do it because it's not going to just happen like that.
Yeah.
You have to build the mindset. You have to train your mind to like certain things, to not like certain things, to move a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
I feel like you have to take action, but you also have to be productive about it as well. It's like a rich person, like if they want to be like, I say rich, but I mean more like successful, because I feel like success, you could be successful in a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? You could be successful in richness. You could be successful in your relationship. You could be successful in your peace and your joy. But if you want to be successful at something, like somebody that has money or something like that, they're going to be like, oh, you got to take action, right?
Yeah.
But not just any action. They're not going to be like, oh, you want to be rich? Go outside and cut your grass.
Yeah.
That's not the type of action that they're talking about.
Needed.
You know what I'm saying? They're talking about action that actually pushes you towards your goal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like my first action as a man and as a Christian and somebody that has faith in God and stuff is prayer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is an action. You know what I'm saying? It's a form of work. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
But it's like, for me, that's like the first thing is like, if I really want something to succeed, the first thing I want to do is pray about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
That's
prayer,
just me personally.
Bro, dude, prayer is very important when you're asking for something. Having faith, bro, people don't realize that a lot of the things they have today is from God, whether they prayed about it or not. You're blessed to have what you have.
Right.
Because without God, bro, you wouldn't have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of times, let me tell you this theory, bro. I'm gonna tell you this. I mean, it's not even a theory, bro. It's a fact.
Okay.
Bro, I prayed about a lot. I used to pray on a lot of stuff, bro. And I've got, like, recently, and I've gotten what I wanted, bro. Like, I used to pray for a car, good job, and all that, bro. And I actually, indeed, got what I asked for.
Yeah.
But you can't just ask for things and not have faith behind it. See, I believed that God was going to give it to me. I didn't just pray and say, oh, I'm going to get this because I prayed for it.
Right.
I put faith behind it. I put actual work behind it. You know, in the Bible, it says, without works, faith is dead. Yeah, bro. So
I feel like without works, you'll never, ever have faith to begin with. You know
can have faith, but you just won't get to where you need to be.
I feel like because we failed so many times, that's where our faith comes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we try to work so hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like me personally, like I work so hard at trying to do things, but every time I try to do it, I ended up failing. And that's where it's like, man, I know I need faith. I have faith because I know that when I work at something without faith.
Or do you believe it's the other way around? You work so hard, you forget about faith. That's another thing where people get confused, bro. They get so caught up in what they're doing, they forget about God. I'm not gonna lie, it happened to me. Yeah. Like when I got my car, I just stopped praying. I was like, oh, I got what I needed. But no, that's not the case, bro. You're supposed to pray every night. I pray every day on my car. Like, thank you, God. I thank God every day. Yeah. For my car, bro. Like,
no, definitely. Definitely. That happened to me too. Like, whenever I started achieving like bigger and better things, like I started to build a form of like an ego. You know what I'm saying? It's not me. It's these things that are carrying this kind of pressure on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, like having a car is going to add ego into your life. Like you have to fight against that. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to be humble when you're already down bad. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, bro, I'm down bad. Like, I'm humble. You know what I'm saying? But it's something that you have to work towards when you are successful. You know what I'm saying? You have to practice being humble because nothing is going to humble you, really.
Real question, bro. Do you believe in like spirits and stuff? Like, do you believe God is in a spiritual form and he can talk to you through spiritual form?
Yeah, absolutely. Like the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, or just spirits in general, like evil spirits. Bro, let me tell you the story, right? So actually this morning when I woke up, bro, I was sleeping and I had a dream that there was this black figure, like it was walking towards me. Yeah. And I looked back and I saw it. We were in a parking lot and I tried to run from it. And bro, it just started chasing me, bro. Yeah. It was fast. It wasn't fast, but it was huge. It was a huge, like the shadow man was huge, bro. Yeah. And bro, I woke up and I wasn't up though. It was more like sleep paralysis. Yeah. And dude, I just remember, because I don't know, I can't remember if I went to sleep under my cover or not, but I just remember opening my eyes and it was still dark. Yeah. Bro, I felt a hand come across my shoulder and like hold me. But at first I was confused because I'm like, I was still sleeping, I was confused. So I'm like, oh, it's my girlfriend. She's hugging me in my sleep. But as I really woke up, I started like just tweaking out, bro. Like I'm like, what is that? Yeah. But I couldn't wake up. So it's just grabbing me and holding me. I'm like, bro, what the hell is on me? Is it my mom? Yeah. I started just saying random people. I'm like, my mom? Is it somebody I know? Somebody's trying to scare me. Yeah. And bro, kid you not, I'm just now remembering, bro. I felt it breathe on me, bro. Yeah. It was like, it was laughing. Like, it was like, bro, I was sitting in my bed, bro. And it was like, as if somebody was pranking me. So I'm like, oh, they're giggling. So this has to be like my mom trying to scare me or something. But I forgot that I took my mom to work. And my brother wasn't down there, bro. Right. And it started to squeeze me tight. Like, it started to get like to where I couldn't breathe, bro. Yeah. And I was scared, bro. And then I woke up, right? Bro, I was so confused and scared. I ran to my light and turned on the light, and there was nobody there, bro. Right. My door was locked and everything, bro. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, yeah, this world is evil, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're looking for you, you know what I'm saying? Nah, for sure, bro.
Yeah. And especially the more successful you become and the more towards God that you're becoming, the more power you're admitting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about how music has frequency. Our bodies have frequency as well. Yeah. You know when somebody's angry and they walk into a room and you could just feel it. You're just like, man, this person's like frustrated. Bro. Like, I could feel it. It's tensing me up. Or when somebody's happy, you can feel it too. Yeah. These spirits, they feel you. That's how they're starting to find you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're becoming closer to God. And so like the closer you become, the more power, the more things you're starting to attract, you know what I'm saying? So you got good things that you're attracting, you got bad things you're attracting. Word. I had one time, and it's so scary. That's what brings me close to God, is knowing that there's these evil things out there, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, like, I could be a small form of that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like the most evil person in the world. There's always somebody worse. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You think that you're big and bad. I think that I'm the biggest and baddest. There's always a demon out there that's bigger and badder. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I might go and rob somebody, you know what I'm saying, if I was a bad person. But there's somebody out there that will straight up somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not the biggest and baddest. So I don't want anything to do with that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to take it there. There's some people that have nothing to live for. I got too much to live for, right, bro, to throw it all away. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they have nothing to lose. So they're willing to take it farther than me. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm trying to get home to my girl. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got a puppy. I got a life to live. You know what I'm saying? Some people are like, I ain't got nothing.
No, they
like,
have nothing to lose, bro.
Let's do it. But
absolutely nothing.
That's why, like, it brings me closer to God, is remembering like moments like those that you just had this morning where it's like super scary. It's like, you don't have to be scared. No. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a relationship with God.
The only reason why I was scared is because I was touched. I've never seen it. Yeah. Out of all the sleep paralysis demon I saw, and you know, for y'all guys out there, bro, if you ever find yourself in a sleep paralysis moment where you see demons, just scream Jesus, bro. They flee immediately. You will wake up immediately, bro. They'll try to stop you. See, I saw this video of prayer, right? Where this pastor was talking about how the devil would bound people by their hands and feet, but he would never bound them by their mouth. He would never shut their mouth. So guess what they could do? They can scream Jesus. And that's where he made his mistake, is by leaving our mouths open. So don't forget that you have a mouth, and your mouth is always available to be open. You can talk. You can scream Jesus, blood of Jesus, anything like that.
I will say, like, certain people are blessed by God, though. Yeah. It's because, like, there are some people that don't have anything. They can't, they are in bad situations, you know what I'm saying? But you might not be in that situation because you have to realize that you are blessed by God.
Let me ask you this. Do you think your situation is meant to bring you closer to God? Do you believe that the situation that you're in is for a reason?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like, everything's for a reason. The more I learn about God, the more I realize that God is using bad situations to mold
bring
me.
You closer.
You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like a lot of situations I put myself in. And God is just, it's not that God created those situations. I created those situations. but God is using them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's just so smart that he knows how to operate in any type of situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He knows how to help you operate. A lot of people don't realize is certain situations put you in certain circumstances where you need prayer. You're not going to make it out of every situation, bro, without prayer. You know what I'm saying? And God uses those situations as tests or like, you know, like tests, bro. He knows, okay, so I'm in a position where I have nothing. I'm on my hands and knees. Now, what should I do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He uses those type of situations. Now, I could choose to find my own way, or I can ask God, bro, I can ask Jesus Christ, the real person who could really help me out of this situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, amen. Yeah.
Like, he can really help me out of this situation. People don't get that. The situation that you're going through, all you need is just a quick prayer, bro. All he's asking for is to just bring you closer.
Yeah.
You'll never, and then people get stuck in bad situations because they don't realize that prayer is needed. You know, I've gone up to people and I can see their spirits on them. Like their spirits project to me. Like I'll start bringing up God and Jesus and they go, oh, I already know about that. You don't need to, that's not good, bro. That's a spirit trying to fight off my aura, my, you know, Christian glow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to, it's all,
it affects
all
them.
Spiritual. Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? For sure. Well, and it also like breeds a form of jealousy. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like anybody's doing anything wrong. It's just, it is really unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? Cause like me, I could say like, man, just pray and like do this and do that. And it'll be all good. You know what I'm saying? But some people are like, man, that's not how it works for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then they get jealous or they get envious because for me, it's as easy as praying.
No, word.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, cause God, he doesn't have to give us grace. No. He doesn't have to. He wants to. He chooses to love you. He chooses to be there for you. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So some people are like, man, like, where's this God that, you know what I'm saying, that you're talking about? Bro. And it's like, well, he doesn't have to do these things for us. He chooses to do this for us, you know?
And that's what makes him like so good, though.
Yeah, it's like a blessing, you know what I'm saying? Bro.
Honestly, he doesn't have to do anything for us. You know what? He really doesn't. If you think about it, he does, but he doesn't. We go out and do it. He blesses us, if that makes sense. We give him all the glory and the praise, and he goes out and he blesses us.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about it the way I'm thinking, I'm not saying that.
No, I get it.
Us.
Yeah, it's us, but it's like in a way, it's like he's created us.
Of it. Yeah,
he created us to be that way.
Yeah.
Where it's like we are trying to do these things, and he's trying to help us. You know what I'm saying? And we were just naturally born this way, where we have these things on our hearts. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to be some of the things that I was in life. You know what I'm saying? But like I was just so far away from who I wanted to be. Like I was just so far away. Like my heart has always wanted to be loyal. My heart has always wanted to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But I was just so messed up. You know
your mind, bro. You listen to your mind instead of your heart.
Yeah, absolutely.
You should always listen to your heart, bro. Because your heart is your real true feelings. Your mind is just of this world.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
The mind can be tricked.
Yeah, bro. You know your mind is the big. It's so dangerous. Like people don't realize that your mind is probably the most destructive thing in your body.
Yeah,
it's self-destructive, bro. Like you can literally destroy yourself with just a few couple of thoughts.
That's so true. Because like the thing is like where all my trauma is in my mind.
Really,
my trauma is not in my heart. Yeah. My heart feels light. Like my heart feels like it's missing things. You know what I'm saying? But it's seeking like God. It's seeking goodness. But my mind is where I have all my memories of being traumatized when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is like when I think with my mind, I'm thinking out of my trauma.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking, all right, what happened? All right, last time I did this and did it this way, I was traumatized.
Right.
So I'm going to be aggressive about it this time because I don't want to be traumatized again. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's why the reading the Bible is so important for me because it's the only thing that changes my thought process on things.
Bro. When I first started reading the Bible, man, it changed a lot for me, actually. Like, it changed my perspective on life. And, bro, reading Proverbs, bro, is like, that's like the book of wisdom, bro. If you read through Proverbs, bro, it tells you basic wisdom. Like, it tells you so much. It tells you about women. It tells you how to be a man, how to be a woman.
Yeah.
What men should do for women, what women should do for men.
Yeah.
Did you know the Bible stands for basic information before leaving Earth?
Yeah, that's kind of how I looked at it before as well. Like, not before, but like when I first started reading the Bible, that's what people told me. So that's how I took it.
Bro, it's if you read that book, bro, read Proverbs, bro. Y'all do me a favor. Whenever y'all get the chance, bro, y'all don't have to read the Bible. Bro, read the book of Proverbs, bro. Go in your Bible right now. Start on Proverbs, bro. Yeah. It tells you straight wisdom, like everything you need to know in life, how to move, how to have charisma. You want to be a people's person? Read the book of Proverbs. Yeah. You want to have a lot of friends? Read the book of Proverbs. Yeah. You want to have a girlfriend? You want to have a wife? Read the book of Proverbs. Bro, the Bible is literally every basic need that you want. It has it, bro. You just have to read it.
I feel like the book of Proverbs, something else that I'm starting to learn. So it's wisdom, right? It's knowledge that God blesses us with. But what I'm starting to realize is that it's also promises.
Yeah, it is.
So like God in the book of Proverbs, he might promise you wisdom, right? And that by him reading out to you, you will gain wisdom. That's not just a word, that's a promise. Right. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of Proverbs is wisdom, but it's also promises of things that are going to come to you. Right. So you said wisdom, courage, hope, peace, joy, all these things that the Bible teaches you. Yeah. It's not just words, they're promises from God. You know what I'm saying? And that's so powerful because like the first time you read Proverbs, you're like, oh wow, man, all these things, I'm learning about all these things. And then you're like, oh man, like these aren't just like empty words. No. I could tell you, oh, you're going to gain wisdom. But if God tells you you're going to gain wisdom, that's like, prepare yourself.
Not only prepare yourself, but that's a guarantee.
It's a guarantee, it's a right?
Promise, bro. Like, it's guaranteed, bro. Anything God tells you, and God likes to speak through me a lot, bro. He speaks through me, so I know when He's speaking through me, it's guaranteed. It's the truth. Yeah, like for sure. Like I'm glad He gave me that gift to.
I think that's a gift.
My mind through people. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna actually ask you that. Not that I didn't really prepare anything. I was just kind of like going off the moment. But definitely, like, what do you think one of your gifts, or like, what do you think your gift is
that God gave me?
That God gave you, and that you can bring for God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Something that you can use that benefits God and benefits the people around you.
The fact that He's able to speak through me, and that's my main gift. God can speak through me like crazy, bro. I've had conversations and talked to people, and I would just speak, bro. I would just speak out of my mouth, and it would come out according to them. Like I would speak truth to them, but it wasn't just me, it was God, bro, speaking to me through them. And I knew it was because the things that I say sometimes, I don't mean to say it. It just comes out, bro. Yeah. And when it comes out, I know, I'm like, for a fact, this is God speaking. This isn't me. So just keep going, just keep talking, let them hear what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of when I'm speaking to people, especially when they're in times of like, you know, going through something. And I start speaking, I know when I'm speaking for them. So I might as well just keep going because this is something they need to hear. You know, God speaks through me, and He tells people something they need to hear. Now every time I always bring people closer to God too. Yeah. That's how I know it's God, because Jesus doesn't just make you talk for no reason. Yeah. He's trying to bring you closer to Him. Yeah. So every time I talk to people that are in some form of trauma or in some form of like, you know, state right now, I tell them to get closer to God and pray. I ask them, do you pray to God? How many times a day do you ask God for forgiveness? How many times a day do you ask God, tell God thank you? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You always look at things, it could always be worse. Everything in life could always be worse. And I'm telling you guys out there, man, everything in life could always be worse. It could. You should always go to your creator, the person who made you, because he knows everything. He created you. He knows you before, he knows you after. He knows your future, he knows your past. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's another people's problem, bro, is the past. A lot of people like to get stuck there. And when you sit in the past, bro, you can't do nothing but think about the past, and you let that hold you back.
I heard a good word on the past, and it's not just thinking about the past, but it's dwelling.
Dwelling, bro, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with, like, you know, remembering the past and stuff like that, but it's when you're dwelling on those bad moments. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, you're just sitting in it and just living in it.
Yeah,
you know
you're soaking in the past, bro, and that's not healthy at all. Yeah. To be honest, man, you know, like I said, the past holds a lot of people back, and it holds back their true potential. You know, you could, like, I remember I didn't have anything because I was stuck on the past. I was thinking about so much, but now I've learned to be stress free because when you don't stress anything, your mind is clear. You can, you know, when you're not thinking about the past, your mind can clear itself. Yeah. And now the only thing you are thinking about is the future. Instead of thinking about how I can change the past, you're thinking how I can build my future. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's one of a lot of older people's problems.
I was gonna say is like that we were talking earlier, and you were talking about a lot about prayer, and there's also another part of it of like the principles of God. You know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, don't dwell on the past. Like if you want to move like a man of God, you're not going to be somebody that's dwelling on the past. You know what I'm saying? So you're praying, but you're also moving with the knowledge that you're gaining. You know what I'm saying? And walking on those principles of God can get you through situations as well. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's like if I pray to God and I'm like, God, please show me the way out of this situation, and then He's like, okay, go this way. So I prayed about it. He gave me the principle. He told me what I need to do as a man of God. Like He might be like, oh my God, I'm so frustrated. And He might be like, forgive that person. Yeah. And you're like, oh man, like you don't know how to walk in that principle, the principle of forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? But that principle is what's going to get you to that next stage. Yeah, it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you're talking about walking in peace and not having stress because you're able to think clearer. You're able to do things more clear. Dude. That's walking in the principle of God. You know what I'm saying? And
then a lot of people don't realize once you start walking in the principle of God, it doesn't stop there. You know, they try to, like, I've had this happen to me where God put me in a better position than I was. And then when I got in the better position, I try to go back to the old. You can't do that. Yeah. So that's like you said, you try to forgive somebody and try to go back to them. No, you can't. It's just impossible. When God puts you in a certain position, He wants you to stay there because that's your new level of you. So like before I had a job and all that, when I didn't, that was my old me. Now I've shed my skin and I've got a job, I got a car, I got a career now. Yeah. It would be a fool of me to go back to the environment that I was in that kept me as the old me, you know? Right. That's why a lot of people also fail in life because they think because they start making money, they can go back to doing what they used to do because they got money now. No, it's not like that. You have to keep going. Yeah. There is no turning around. Yeah, absolutely. Like once you start walking on that path, bro, and you're getting to where you want to be, do not turn around. Yeah. Because once you turn around and go back, you're literally just backtracking, bro. You're gonna restart everything.
I feel like you're speaking that, and it reminds me of like becoming complacent. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you're on the track of becoming successful. You're achieving your dreams. You're achieving your blessings, your goals that you've been trying to do. But then you start to slow down because you're like, oh well, you know, I got a car now. You know, I got this, I got that. Yeah. I can just slow down. And it's like, if you're becoming successful, continue doing what made you successful. Yeah. Like if, and success, like I said, could be anything. Like if you're building a better relationship with God, continue doing what you're doing. Don't fall back. Like when I got saved and I got baptized and all this stuff, I was like, well, I no longer have to read the Bible, right? Because I'm already saved, I'm baptized. But it's like, no, continue doing what's developing that relationship. Continue doing what's making you successful. And also it's like, it's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable because it's new. Yeah. You're doing something new. You're doing something you've never done before. So you might be uncomfortable with this new form, this new stage, you know what I'm saying? This new responsibility. But just because you're uncomfortable with it at first doesn't mean it's not for you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're not used to it yet. Sometimes it's gonna take time. Like you just got a car. You might not be used to it yet. You know what I'm saying? But eventually it'll become like it's a normal thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just that you're not used to it yet.
No, that's normal. That's completely normal, bro. And that's where mistakes happen. You get something new and you feel like, okay, because it's new, I can just do whatever. No, you have to keep thriving and keep doing what you're doing to keep that. You know what I'm saying? You can't turn your back on what you've earned by going forward. You know what I'm saying? And that's where mistakes happen. Like when something is new, a lot of mistakes are gonna happen when something is new and you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, absolutely. Especially because when I first got my car, bro, I made a lot of mistakes. I drive fast. Like that, not knowing that my car has mileage, not knowing that I'm gonna have to do checkup oil changes and shit. Brakes, my brakes are gonna go bad if I drive this way. And you know, you can use that scenario in a lot of situations, like smoking weed. You know, you smoke so much to the point to where you know now your lungs are gonna collapse or something. Lungs are turning black. It's all the same principle. You can't make those mistakes and keep overusing the same thing you use. You want to move forward in life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At some point it's gonna get old and rusty, and then it's gonna hurt you at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything that you achieve comes with like there's the big goal and then there's small goals within that big goal that you haven't even once you achieve the big goal, now there's the small goals where it's like, oh man, my goal is to get a car. And now it's like, oh, my goal is to get my oil changed, to get my brakes changed, to get my tires rotated. You know, you got to do all these things. But like at first you don't even realize that there are going to be those small goals. So there's definitely plenty of mistakes to be made when you're doing something new. But I feel like there's an emotional thing about it where it's like, oh man, like maybe this isn't for me.
Right.
You might become successful. You might be in a successful position, but you're not there.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, maybe this isn't for me because I'm honestly not feeling it. I'm not really appreciating it. I'm not really having a good time with it. But like those things, it takes a while for your heart and your mind to catch up with your goal.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Sync.
Yeah, to come in sync. It takes time in order to become in sync. Because for me, I don't believe that it's happened yet.
No.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I could become successful today and I won't believe it happened until the next month or until a year later.
It's unbelievable, bro. It's like I know that feeling you're saying, because when I got my car, it didn't feel real. I'm like, this isn't my car.
Right.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't achieve this. There's no way.
Yeah.
Which is probably the best feeling in the world, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's genuine.
Yeah.
You're humble with it. You weren't just like, oh, I got my car. Yeah. It was more like, wow, I actually achieved a goal. And it doesn't feel real. I got here and now I'm here. So now what do I do with this goal that I achieved?
And I don't know about you. And the way you explain that is beautiful and absolutely. And I don't know about you, but for me, I have a fear that it's going to get ripped away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh man, like I can't believe I did this. And also like, oh man, how long am I going to be able to enjoy this? Yeah, it's too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? And then like, I'll sabotage it. Really? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll just like, before the devil could take it away from me or before somebody can mess it up for me, I'll mess it up. I'll mess it up for myself.
See, that's not the way to do it, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Because then you're messing it up early. You're messing up a blessing.
Right.
What you have is a blessing, bro. It wasn't given to you for no reason.
Yeah.
For you to go and mess it up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to keep that and go a long ways with it until it's time for you to get something new.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to do with everything in life. That's a principle you should have in life, bro. Mm-hmm. Don't try to sabotage it, because if you're blessed, it's not ever going to get sabotaged by the devil.
Yeah. It's my mind playing tricks on me again. Bro. I'm so traumatized. I feel like I'm going to lose it. But
you know who plays mind games, bro?
Huh?
You know who plays a lot of mind games?
The devil? I don't know who.
Women.
Oh, women.
They play a lot of mind games.
Yeah.
At some point, I used to think they were the devil.
Mm.
If you take it back to Adam and Eve, bro, who was the first person to eat the apple?
Yeah.
It was a woman.
Yeah.
And she deceived man. Mm. I think that's what they're good at, though.
Yeah. I feel like anybody could be evil. Like for me personally, like it's not about the woman, it's about what they're doing. It's not about the man, it's about what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So like a man could be the same thing as a woman if he is doing witchcraft or if he's doing zodiac signs and all that bull crap. He could be the same thing as a woman. You know what I'm saying? I've had men. I've been traumatized by men before more than I've been like, you know what I'm saying? The way that I grew up, I wasn't very protected as a child. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of people. I've been kidnapped before, bro.
Really?
By a man.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, not Jesus kidnapped me, but yeah, I got kidnapped by a man before. Yeah, I was taking the bus when I was a little kid. I was probably like 13 years old, and I was taking the bus, and I told the bus driver, I said, hey, bro, I don't really know where I'm at. Can you make sure I get off on this exit, like on this bus stop? And he's like, yeah, I got you. And when I first got on the bus, there was like 30 people on the bus. Like the bus was packed. You know what I'm saying? But then I fell asleep because I don't know. Like I was just a kid. I was just vulnerable. Like I don't know the word. Like I was just like
gullible.
Yeah, unprotected. You know what I'm saying? And I fell asleep. And when I woke up, the bus lights were turned off, and the guy was just sitting there playing with my hair. Really? And yeah, I just woke up to him playing with my hair, and we were parked underneath a bridge, and the bus lights were turned off. Just me and him inside this bus. And he said, like, he started asking me questions like, do my parents know where I'm at? Like, am I alone? Like, he was asking me like if I wanted to go like do stuff with him and stuff like that. And I was just like, I was blessed by God because I was so intelligent in that moment. I lied to him the whole time. I was just like, yeah, my parents know where I'm at. They're looking for me right now. Like, and then he was like, well, you can take my phone number. I wasn't like, oh, heck no. I was just like, okay, like,
yeah, just to get away.
Yeah, I'll call you. Damn. You know what I'm saying? And I just got away. You know what I'm saying? I've always been that way. The word is, I'm a very elusive.
I was going to say that, elusive, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just very elusive. Like, I like to get away from things and stuff. So, yeah, I've been like traumatized by all kinds of people. It doesn't matter, like men, woman, there's just like something evil about certain people.
I ain't gonna lie. I had a time where I was on the bus, bro, and my bus driver was telling us about this van, and it would wait at bus stops, bro, and wait for kids to get off, and it would kidnap kids. 2 little girls went missing that month.
Yeah,
that my bus driver told me.
Wow.
And one day, I was getting off the bus, right, dude. I saw the van. The van was sitting in front of my house, waiting. So everybody got off the bus, and we didn't know what to do, bro. This is the scariest shit of my life, or of my young life, bro. And she was telling us how like people die and they stay, and the vans get thrown away. So she was saying like they would kidnap them and leave them in the van and throw it away, and people would find the bodies in the vans.
Wow.
Bro,
it's so sad.
That van was in front of my house. I'm serious. I knew what it was. I knew the exact color. It was a black. It wasn't white. It was black. She said there's black vans that's going around kidnapping people. You have to be careful.
Yeah.
And one day she dropped us off. I'm like, well, she couldn't see it because she would. So our neighborhood goes in, and our bus stop was at the main road. So we're coming out, and this is the main road. This is where our bus stop was. And we get off and go into our neighborhood.
Right.
So she couldn't see the black van in front of our house. She just stopped at the end of the road.
At the bus stop.
Yeah. So she didn't come inside and drop us off.
Right.
Bro, everybody ran for their life.
Oh,
and we saw a camera. We saw cameras flashing in there. They were taking pictures of us and everything, bro.
So everybody knew what was going on. It wasn't just you.
No.
Y'all all dipped.
Yeah. We all ran because our bus driver told us, like, she was telling everybody.
Yeah.
And it started taking pictures. But after that day, I've never seen that van again.
Yeah. I feel like having a violent childhood can change a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It can also protect you from a lot of things from when you're older.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It's one of those things that God uses to build like intuition.
Yeah.
To build like discernment. Like you can really understand a situation. You can read a situation very well.
Yeah.
But like it also, for me, it made me very detached.
Really?
Like, because like I'm not gonna just go up to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in an area where you can't just go up to people. You know what I'm saying? But in certain areas, you could be going up to anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and even I saw an experiment where like this kid, he like grew up in a violent home. And when they try to like hand him toys, he would question the motive. Why are they handing me toys? What are these toys? But when you didn't grow up in violence and somebody hands you toys, you just start playing with it. You know what I'm saying? So it causes like a form of like detachment where you really can't, you got to be more like,
alert.
You got to be more defensive and like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And that really messed me up because like I couldn't focus in school.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Because of just everything going on. There was no way I could focus in school. I was already so detached. And plus I was head too. You know what I'm saying? I was just a bad kid. There was a couple times I had one guy. I remember I was leaving this like kind of like event that we had going on. It was just like a party or something. And this guy was like, "You gonna leave without saying bye?" And I was like, "Oh, like I'm sorry." But that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is that he thought we were dating.
What?
Like he was like,
"How old were you?"
I was like 15.
What the? Bro, what were you?
Or maybe maybe I was younger. I was like maybe 13.
Did you give off like vibes when you were younger?
No,
bro?
I never talked to him before. That's just it was just a crazy situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I never even met him before. I never talked to him, but he created a relationship with me in his mind because he was attached to me. Like he liked me. You know what I'm saying? That's where you have people that like stalk you,
dude,
and like they think that they actually have a relationship with the person, like as if the person enjoys what's going on or as if the person knows what's going on.
Bro, I got another story, bro. So in my neighborhood, I lived in Norcross for a while, bro. Oh my God. I had this girl that would come outside every day. I used to wonder why she could only come outside at certain times of the day. And she could only go so far. She had to be in her 20s. I was still like 12, bro. She was in her 20s. And I would notice that this white man would always take her inside at certain times. He would say, come on, come on. And he would take her inside and she would never come out again after that. After that, like 40 minutes or an hour of her being outside, she would never come out again. So I used to wonder, so I went up to her, I used to wonder like, why is that? And she never spoke, she barely could speak English. She was, what do you call people from Thailand? Like Thailanders?
She was not American.
No, she just wasn't American.
Yeah.
And she was from like Thailand. And bro, one day I went up to her and I asked her, why do you only come outside at certain points of the day? And she said, because he won't let me. I said, who? And she was like, that man. I said, that man? You don't know him?
Yeah.
She was like, so she was being kidnapped And I used to go in that guy's house. He didn't kidnap boys, though, I don't think.
Yeah.
Because I've been in his house multiple. I never told my mom.
Yeah.
But I've been in that nigga's house, and he would have like torture upstairs.
Whoa.
And he told me not to go in that room once.
Yeah.
So I knew she was being kidnapped, bro. And the fucked up part about it is she was so nice, dog.
Yeah.
Like she would come outside and talk to me. She was like, "Oh, I missed you." Because I would talk, I was that kid, bro. I was so nice. I'm still nice to this day. Like I would talk to her, bro, and give her conversation and play with her. But she was like 20 something, bro.
Yeah, that's
she just
crazy.
didn't get that.
Oh,
she was getting kidnapped, bro.
Oh yeah, a lot of people they have. I see it online where it's like people are in relationships where they don't know they're being mistreated.
No, she wasn't in a relationship, bro. She was actually
well, I'm saying like people are just so they don't even know what's going on, or like they just like they don't know how to get away from it, or I don't know what the situation. Because I can't imagine me being a person not being able to get away. You know what I'm saying? Or not knowing what's going on.
I'd lose my mind. If I was trapped and couldn't get out.
Yeah.
I'd be bro, I'd be losing my mind, dude.
Too. No. Like but some people, they're not paying attention, or like they give up, or they don't believe in themselves that they can get out of those situations or something like that.
Because they get belittled by those people, though. Those people give them like they play mind games. That's how you kidnap somebody. You play with their mind. Yeah. That's like if I said, "Hey, you want some candy?" The kid's gonna get in the van because he wants candy. Same thing with humans, bro. I can show you all this diamond and jewelry, but at what cost are you gonna stay? I'm gonna beat the hell out of you every day, but I'm gonna give you diamonds. That makes sense? Yeah. Like that's just how it works, bro. That's what people use. Like that's how another way a lot of girls get kidnapped, or people in general get trapped. They see materialistic things and they just chase that. Yeah. Even if it hurts them, bro. That's what I was saying, like about smoking weed, bro. Like in your car, you speed in the car, it's gonna have problems. Yeah, there's and repercussions. If you keep speeding, it's gonna have problems. That's just like if you're with somebody who beats you all the time, but he gives you flowers every day, or he gives you materialistic satisfaction. Yeah, bro, it's the same thing.
See, I feel that way with the devil. I feel like he's like, "Oh, I'll give you this," but you're losing your soul. You don't even you're willing to make that trade. You know, the devil
literally, that's all he wants, bro. Yeah. Every time you do something bad, you're making a trade. You're giving him a piece of your soul every time. Every time you make a deal with him, he might tell you that, "Oh, I'm gonna give you this, the world." Bro, you're really giving away your soul, bro. You're selling your soul to him every time you do that.
Yeah, and like it's like, are you okay with just this amount? You know what I'm saying? Because he can only give you a certain amount. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he can give you money, he can give you drugs, he can give you respect, but there's only a certain amount of things that he can give you. You know what I'm saying? And God can give you like all the way up here. You know what I'm saying? But some people settle. Yeah. They're like, "Oh, I'm okay with this." They're okay with like little tricks. You know what I'm saying?
You should never settle, bro. Never settle. I don't think I would ever settle, bro. I don't think I ever should settle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Settling is not that's not what makes a successful person. I feel like whenever you get an opportunity, bro, you take that and take it a rocket ship. Yeah. Like you take the opportunity and you take it a long ways, because you never know what it's gonna, bring you into.
Yeah, absolutely.
It can open up so many doors, bro. And they have. I had a dream about doors, bro, where one night I was sleeping. I was asleep and I was dreaming like I was in this random house. It was a homeless house at first, right? And the family that I was with was a random family. And I'm pretty sure I wrote it down or something like that. Yeah. I was with this family and they were hostile to me for some reason. Yeah. They were so hostile. They got mad at me. They were doing stuff to me. I can't remember everything, but they were doing to like annoy me and make me mad. Bro, when I left their house, I opened their door and opened it. And out of nowhere, bro, I was in this like field of just doors, bro. Just doors. Yeah. And there were helicopters above me saying, "Oh, he's out. Which one is he going to go into next?" It was like a science experiment. But I don't remember. I don't remember the dream as much. I don't think I went in any other door. Yeah. But that could have been used as like an example, bro. Whenever you open a door, you never know how many doors are waiting behind that one. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the topic that we're talking about kind of, I love sayings, and I love like realizing like why do they call it that? And it's like taking a leap of faith. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You never know what's going to be behind the next door. You just got to take that leap of faith. And if you do it with faith, it could be better on the other side. You know what I'm saying? I remember being in situations where it's like, all I wanted to do was get out of that situation, but it took a leap of faith of like going to a new area, going to a new situation. And it's uncomfortable, but if you do it, why do they call it a leap of faith? Not even even people that aren't Christians call it a leap of faith, because you have to have faith. You know what I'm saying?
In general,
it's going to get you into a better situation. You know what I'm saying? You got to take risks. I wouldn't have gotten to the situation that I'm at if I didn't take risks, or if I didn't make some people uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you can't be friends with the devil. You can't be friends with the enemy. If somebody is calling you a dumb for trying to achieve your goals or trying to achieve your dreams, you can't be friends with that person. Y'all, it's not that you don't want to be friends with that person, but you literally
cannot.
Y'all are gonna be drifted apart.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
Like, you literally cannot.
It's doomed relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you just got to take a leap of faith out of that situation and keep on putting your best foot forward. Keep on praying. Keep on walking with the principle of God, and you're gonna be able to get into a better situation. And that's if you have a relationship with God. I feel like if not, I would be so scared.
Yeah.
Because I've had moments where I didn't have a relationship with God, and I'm trying to take that leap of faith, and like everything kept failing. Everything kept going wrong.
Because you didn't have faith.
Yeah, I didn't have faith.
You can't take a leap of faith without faith.
Yeah. I didn't have a relationship with God. I didn't have prayer. I didn't have wisdom. I had nothing. I was doomed to die. They said I was heading to three places. They said I was either going to go insane, I was going to end up in prison, or I was going to be dead.
Yeah.
That was the 3 places that I was supposed to be by the time I was 18, 19, 20. I was supposed to be those 3 things.
Yeah.
And
you turn your life around, man.
Yeah. Well, God turned my life around.
Yeah. No, you did, but God helped you.
Yeah, with God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. We created plans together. Yeah. We acted on those plans. We worked towards those plans. I look at it like a domino effect. It's like when you knock one thing over, you're talking about a faith of a mustard seed. It's the same thing. It's like one small step forward, and pieces just start falling, and they get bigger and bigger every single time.
But not only are those pieces falling, but you got to think about it. Why did those pieces fall? Mm-hmm. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
And what is it? What can I create with these little pieces that broke off?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean by perspective.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know that's how I think of life.
You got to be resourceful.
Yeah, that's how I think about it.
You got to be able to come up with creative ways to, like, all right, what can I do with what I have? You know what I'm saying? Somebody that just always makes an opportunity for themselves. That's different. You know what I'm saying? That's a different kind of mindset. And that's also a creative kind of mindset. I feel like if you're somebody that does that, you must be a creative person, because you're trying to come up with new ways, new things for, like, new purposes. I will say one thing though, that evil's real. You know what I'm saying? You were talking about this morning how you came face to face with some pretty crazy spiritual stuff. And it's like, I experienced that before too once. I feel like a lot of normal people, like I've known normal people who they party, they have money, or I've had normal people who are just like good people, they live normal lives and stuff like that. And they've had experiences like that, with like encounters with evilness and like evil spirits, or just like weird situations. Yeah. They just don't like to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being someone that's not scared. It took me a while to not be scared, but because of my relationship with God, I'm not scared of these evil entities or evil things trying to come at me. Like I can imagine my angels fighting them with swords. Bro, like, you know what I'm saying?
This morning when that thing grabbed my shoulder, I wasn't scared at first.
Yeah.
But I got scared when I knew what it was.
Oh no, it's scary.
It is. After I realized,
it's scary.
After I realized, bro, I was like, damn, this isn't my mom or my girlfriend. I was like,
yeah, it's
now
scary.
It has a hold of me.
Yeah.
But I started saying Jesus, and I woke up, bro. I was so confused. I hit my head on my shelf.
Oh.
Like, I scraped my eyes so bad.
Yeah.
But that's how you know I was sleeping. I thought I was awake, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
And it grabbed me, bro. But I felt it in real life.
Yeah.
I said, something's holding me. Something has a. But these are signs too for deeper meanings.
Yeah.
So that could mean something in my life is holding me.
Yeah.
Not only just that demon, but something could be holding me back in life. You know what I'm saying?
That could be true. And like you said, it is scary. But God gives us the courage. See, the courage is a double-edged sword, because you can't have courage without fear. Courage is overcoming fear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between not being scared and having courage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we are scared, but we have the courage to talk about these things because of God. We have courage to face these things because of God. You know what I'm saying? And so, God gives us the courage, but yeah, man. This was more of a serious conversation.
Yeah, it was more serious than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Next podcast can most definitely be some.
Yeah.
But this is our first podcast, so we want it to be. We want it to be a little serious.
Yeah, I'm grateful for it. I feel like it's real.
Bro. Yeah. This is a real conversation. We got deep. We probably brought out some that we probably didn't know about each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is really good, bro. So like.
God bless. Before we end it, I do want to read. Let's just open up to a random place in the Bible. Right. You know, we were talking about spirits. We were talking about craziness. Let's open up to a random place in the Bible. Clear the air. If you're at home, I challenge you. Open up a random place in your Bible. Clean your home. You know, a lot of y'all mop the floor. A lot of y'all clean your home. Clean the spirit, you know, sense in your home. Yeah. Let's just open up. And this is what I do. I just randomly open up a page sometimes. It says, you choose a spot.
All right, let me see.
Go ahead.
The Day of Atonement. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, also, the 10th day of his 7th month is the Day of Atonement. It shall be a holy convocation for you, and you shall humble yourselves by fasting and present an offering by fire to the Lord. You shall not do any work on this same day, for it is the Day of Atonement, to make atonement on your behalf before the Lord your God. If there is any person who will not humble himself on this same day, he shall be cut off from his people, excluding him from the atonement made for them. If there is any person who does any work on this same day, I will destroy that person from among his people. You shall do no work at all. It is a permanent statute throughout your generations, wherever you may be. It is to be to you a Sabbath of complete rest, and you shall humble yourselves. On the 9th day of the month at evening, from evening to evening, you shall keep your Sabbath.
Amen.
Amen.
That one was a little out there for sure.
Yeah, it was out there. But
yeah, I feel like I resonate with it. Do you resonate with it?
A little bit. I think I get what it's saying. It's like the Day of Atonement. The Lord spoke to Moses saying, so basically this is a day of humbleness. So, and we talked about that. We talked about being humble. So I think that's what it's talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. We didn't read too deep into it, but
I feel like for me, it's like a day that you set aside for God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Humble yourself, rest, spend time with your family. Because I feel like we get so caught up in life. We're constantly doing things.
Yeah.
You got to have those days where you're just like, you either just rest that day, you know, you might spend time with your family. You might spend time with a loved one that you normally don't spend time with. You might read the Bible. You might do something for you. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just like work, and caught up in life. You know what I'm saying? Humble yourself that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God bless, bro.
God bless, bro.
And that was a good conversation, man. All right. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, have a good one, man.